And we're live. Had two people waiting. A couple people waiting. So we'll see if they hop in chat. Get some lively chat going maybe before the show. I think we're going to start hopping on here a little earlier. I forgot again this time that we could do this. But once we get done with prep, we're just doing some sound checks and stuff. I might go ahead and start the live video. That way people can get in and start talking a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
All right.
There I can go.
Just doing a double check. I think we're good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh.
Where the heck is...
Autographers Anonymous, not Autograph Weekly. Got it. All right. Boys, you got chat up?
I'm working on. I'm trying to get it up. Give me a second.
Okay. Mike, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Your video looked choppy. I want to make sure the connection was still good. Okay. All right. Here we go. Welcome to Autographers Anonymous, episode 3. It is election day, and I hope all you went out and voted today. But let's go ahead and go around the table. We'll start with Mike.
What's up, guys? It's Mike, aka The Godfather, and I am addicted to licking envelopes.
Could have done without the visualization, man.
Nice.
My dream. Stacy?
All right. I am Stacy, a.k.a. that autograph dude, and I was addicted to mail pics.
Oh, I'd be interested to hear the story behind that. And my name is Zane Savage, and I keep getting bombarded with used men's underwear. So I'll get more on that in our return segment, which is now.
Forgot to change the name of the show to Underwear Anonymous.
Underwear Addicts Anonymous. We'll start with Michael like we always do because he's got like a million. So, Michael, show what you got.
It was a slow week this week, actually. So,
only 200.
Yeah, a couple hundred. No. First return, the lovely and talented Maya Harrison, singer, actress. She spanked these with a gold paint pen, and she let them dry before she put them in. So, nice Moulin Rouge. But beautiful autograph. Turned out amazing. So next one, Mark Henn, Disney illustrator, animator. You guys know I love my Disney stuff. Anytime I can get somebody Disney, and this is not a hand-drawn sketch. This is actually just a 4x6 photo of it. Moana. Cool.
Did you send any sketch materials with your photos?
Not yet. I just ordered like blank sketch cards. So anytime I see somebody that draws something, I'll send one of those going forward. Nice return here. Current hockey player for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Yanni Gourde, just signed a nice extension with the Lightning, my hometown team. We're here in Tampa, signed 3 of 3. Nice to see a current player taking care of his fans.
Hey, you don't have no Boston trash talker in here either.
I know. I was hoping he'd pop in. Coming back from the Performance Center here in Orlando, this is Dakota Kai, NXT performer. She's pretty awesome. They just had the women's pay-per-view, but she'll be on the main roster. Team Kick. If you guys don't know what Dakota Kai is, look up Team Kick. She's pretty awesome.
Thank God for that pay-per-view to make up for that crap show they did in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. One from Ron Hextall, legendary goaltender for the Philadelphia Flyers. Stacey, I think you've got her back, but this is Jacqueline Smith.
Yep.
Charlie's Angels. Signing in 3 of 3, of course, old school ding.
She's got a nice signature.
Yeah, she does. She's got a very nice nice penmanship. Anytime I see Star Wars people signing, I take advantage of it. I've got him in the past, but this is Alan Harris. And let me show this one first, actually. Most of you would probably know him as Bosk, the bounty hunter in Empire Strikes Back. But he, a lot of these guys did multiple roles. He was actually the body in the Han Solo Carbonite.
Wow.
So that is not Harrison Ford's body. That's Alan Harris. And he was also a Bespin guard with Boba Fett, and of course, Han Solo in the Carbonite, Empire Strikes Back. So played multiple roles. Hall of Fame alert. Don Maynard is signing with a fee. If you do not send a fee, he will send it back with a little post-it note that says, please send a donation. He doesn't have a set price. I think I sent $20 because I sent two photos, so 10 apiece. Nice return, pretty well-known actress here. Edie Falco. This is from Nurse Jackie.
No, is that via venue?
I believe it was.
Yeah, I got her via venue once at a Broadway play, I think.
Yep, and of course, most of you will probably know her from The Sopranos. And I don't know if anybody watched the show back, 20 years ago. It was a show called Oz on HBO.
Yep.
It was a great show. I mean, pretty adult themed. It's about a prison and all the stuff that goes on in a prison. So not recommended for kids, but very good. Vic Sexus. He's a Hall of Fame tennis player. He's up in, I think, his 90s. Signed in like a pen, but it turned out pretty good because they're black and white photos. So
Hall of Famer. It was like the old timey, like 1930s autograph photos.
Yeah,
almost.
And same thing on this one. Just got this back today. This is Joan Howard Maurer. She is Mo Howard's daughter from the Three Stooges. Let's see, where did she sign it up there? Up at the top, but she was also in some of the Three Stooges shows. But pretty cool. There she is with her dad, Mo. And here's a shot with all three of them. So that's awesome. She actually wrote on the back. She was age 8 in that photo, so pretty cool. Last one, another Star Wars return. Star Wars is not all, Mark Hamill and Darth Vader's. You always got to have all the extras that make the movie too. This is Tom England. He was one of the rebels on Hoth, and in this photo, he actually put a little arrow, and that's him in the photo. Just a great scene in Empire Strikes Back with the AT-AT walkers. And just another shot from the movie, The Rebels on Hoth. So Star Wars, take advantage of it anytime you see them signing. So I was a big fan, but that's it for this week. So pretty slow week for me, actually.
So some good stuff, though.
Yeah.
All right, Stacy. So what you got?
All righty. Not as crazy a week, 2 weeks for me either. Some solid stuff, so we'll get into it. First one, I got back 2 of 2 from Damon Stoudemire. I believe he's actually the head coach at Pacific now.
Oh, boy. I like Damon Stoudemire.
That one, and then there's a shot of him at Arizona.
Yeah, I was a big fan of his when I was a kid.
Next up, I gotta love my video game related stuff. I got one of the big wigs at Naughty Dog. This is Neil Druckmann. But I think there's both pictures from last year's E3. But there's that one, and then a bunch of people that worked on The Last of Us. Next one, I got 2 of 2 back from Brian Duffy, who is a chef that is on Bar Rescue. Signed a couple of these. There's that one. And then there's one with Taffer. Next up, I got this back in a couple days ago. I wasn't sure if this address is going to work anymore because there hadn't been anybody sent to it in a while, but this is Carlito. Signed 2 of 2.
Send him an apple to get signed.
What's that?
Send him an apple to get signed.
Yeah. And then I don't know what he was
Send him
doing.
a fake apple, like one of those apples you put on the.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
I
pretty
don't know
cool.
what he did with what he did with this thing. Now, this thing came out a little wacky, but
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if it looks like he almost traced. I don't know what he was doing there.
That's weird.
Next up, got 3 of 3. Or I sent 2. That she sent
Case
extra.
against Carlito.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Cheryl Teagues. There is the first one. Hey, and there's the Getty photo. That might be the first one.
Getty for life.
And then there is
No
that
donation
one.
on that one.
Nope. And then she sent. This is the extra that she sent. Got that because it's. There's that one. So. Next up, got in Denny McClain, signed 2 of 2. I think I showed Mike these ones already, but there's that one.
He was always a hit and miss back in the day. He got out of prison back when I started
that one.
TTMing back up, and that's cool.
Next up, another baseball success. This is Dennis Martinez, signed 2 of 2. After his, pretty sure that was a perfect game.
Yeah, it was.
And there's that
No,
one.
it was a perfect game or no hitter. I think you're right. I think it was
I
perfect.
think it was a perfect game, I think. And there's a shot of him with Baltimore.
Tell him to sign my photos and send them back, please.
Next up, got 2 of 2 back from Jeff Foxworthy. There is that one.
Man, we should add him to.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
so
kind of
guys.
thinking that too. Then there's that one as well. Next up, this is probably another one that'll eat at Neary, but this is Tress McNeely. I think that's how you say her last name. Voice actress, has done a lot of stuff. Probably most famous for her work on The Simpsons. There's that photo, and then there's a photo with a bunch of the voice actresses from Simpsons. Next up, got in 2 of 2 back from John Miller, Baseball Hall of Famer, play-by-play guy for the Giants. Kind of like that photo. That photo is pretty funny. And then there is that one. Let's see. A couple more here. Next up, got in McKenna Grace. She signed 2 of 2. Young actress just starting to really take off. This is photos when she was in The Gifted with Chris Evans. There's that one.
That signature.
So, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think she's probably only 8 or 9, maybe.
I know. I just get a kick out of kid signatures because you can tell they try to make it like a professional signature, like an adult. But it just it's like a forged signature almost, like somebody trying to forge an adult signature.
And I also got Edie Falco in. Both these are Soprano photos. I think that's the one you got, Mike, wasn't it?
Yep, same one. Yep.
And then I just got that one there. And then my last TTM success to show off being Zane can't show his off. I got Jack Nicholson 2, signed 2 of 2. There is that one. And then, of course, I had to get something with Tiger in it. So there's that. And then the last thing I'll show here real quick, my good buddy Big Lou sent me a nice, pretty awesome care package, actually. A couple of pretty awesome signatures in here. The first thing, this was the bonus. I knew the other one he was sending me, but I didn't know about this. But Johnny Yu signed on this.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
And then what I know he was sending me was that Lady Gaga.
Nice.
So that is my recap.
What's your mail pick story?
The coupon we've been using for 2, 3, 4 years, the promo code isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
60?
No,
it's
it's the ship.
The ship 4x6 photos were 10 cents and free shipping, and it lasted for a good maybe 2 years before they discontinued it. So.
Yeah, that shipping was a nice little bonus because shipping isn't cheap.
See, I always use 60, which took like 60% off or whatever.
Yeah, they're running that right now.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll use to order all those damn photos I got to order here.
I guess it's my turn. I got in Scotty Bowman. So I've got some great people through my little crazy scheme of mine.
Hey, you got Jack Nicklaus too.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I got the greatest golfer of all time, the greatest football coach of all time, and the greatest hockey coach of all time. Although I'm only writing to elite people, so it's not surprising. But most of those people are pretty good signers. It hasn't proven to do anything extra yet. But the one thing I want to talk about that I got in was not a return TTMs. It was something I bought for my fabric fobs business. You know, I buy celebrity used clothing, and I bought some shorts. And they were worn by Dio. You know, holy diver. Well, I got his boxer shorts. Yeah, that's right. I own 2 pair of used men's underwear now. And I didn't want either of them. I don't know if this is a cruel joke by the world, but they want me to own celebrity underwear, I guess. It's a calling. So I'm throwing TTMs aside, and that's my... No, I'm kidding. I just thought it was funny. I had to share it. Now I got 2 pairs of celebrity Alan Arkin's underwear. They used it in a movie, and then Dio's just, you know, boxer shorts, Lakers. No telling how many. Never mind. So we're gonna move on to our first topic of the day. That's right. We got 2 topics today, and that is the mail bombs that were sent out. It's been 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Made news. A lot of bombs sent to a lot of influential political people, and I just kind of wanted to discuss how that affects the TTM hobby. Because I don't send out bulky items, but anybody that sends out like baseballs, stuff like that, especially baseballs to politicians, really has to rethink what they're doing at this, you know, very sensitive time. So I know you guys went through the anthrax scare back in 2002 or 3. Did you, at that time, see any difference in returns?
Go ahead, Stace.
I don't really recall anything, but I don't think back at that time I was sending a lot of like oddball stuff. It was mostly photos and cards still. Most of my I got into a thing where I was sending a lot of oddball, bigger items, but that was later. That was probably... that was back when we were doing Autograph Weekly, so that was probably back in 2012, 2013 when I was sending a bunch of that stuff. But, as far as the anthrax, I don't really recall any major differences with what I did, but I could certainly see how sending some bigger items could be an issue.
I thought it was PW.
Or you definitely want to make sure when
PWEs that was sent in? Am I misremembering it? I thought it was PWEs.
Yeah, it might have been.
Go ahead, Michael.
You certainly want to make sure you're prepping, you're getting all that baby powder off those cards when you're prepping.
What I was going to bring up. How do you prep all your cards from the 1990s and 2000s because they're all glossy? You use baby powder. Make sure you wipe it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I didn't send out a lot of cards or anything bulky back then. I think with the latest scare, the bombing, a padded envelope, a bigger item, I think you're okay as long as, you put your, name and address on the outside of the package, because it can't look suspicious, but politicians have always used, some kind of service. Like presidents never, you can write Jimmy Carter, but Jimmy Carter is not going to open that mail.
Yeah.
It's got to go through Secret Service, scanners, whatnot. So it's always going to get tested. So I don't think it's going to affect the people that sign too much. What I think it's going to affect a little more is, maybe the A-list celebrity, if you're not writing to an agency and you write to their home, they're probably less likely to open something at their home than sending to an agency. I think that's where it's going to...
Exact same thing. I was thinking of private addresses, people are going to be a lot more hesitant, especially anything that looks suspicious. but they're going to be a lot more hesitant to open it themselves.
Yeah.
And probably just throw it away.
Yeah. If it even goes to the house, a lot of them,
yeah.
I think, are probably going to have P.O. boxes, or, you know, the bigger A-list celebrities that live in, you know, basically compounds do not receive mail at their houses.
Right. Which is smart.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to throw that question out there for our first topic of the day. If you guys have any other experiences, especially with the anthrax scare, since that happened, I know a lot of you guys were collecting at that time. If you guys had any experiences with TTMing and the reaction to that scare, go ahead and let us know on our Facebook page or on Twitter or on Instagram. We're on Instagram now, by the way, folks. So,
Yep.
all right. We're going to move on to the giveaway. Last week, we gave away a T-shirt, a custom Autographers Anonymous T-shirt. I'm going to show it right now. Mike's going to show it. You guys see something, Mike? Show up.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying. There we go. Turn it the right way. Autographers Anonymous Blue Extra Large.
And all you had to do was go over to our iTunes page and give us a rating. We didn't tell you what to give us. Just give us a rating, and you'd be entered. And we still want you to do that. If you still haven't done it, just do it, because you're a good person. But we picked a winner. We got him. And his name is Disney Guy 73. Disney Guy 73. Congratulations. You have won the T-shirt. Please go on the Facebook page or Twitter and let us know. We'll message you, and then we'll, get your address and stuff like that. So congratulations, man or woman. It says Disney Guy, so I'm assuming you're a dude. And this week's giveaway is for Troy Rudder's book. Troy is a co-host here on Autographers Anonymous, and he pops in every once in a while and gives us his knowledge. He actually wrote a really good book about TTMing and autograph collecting in the modern day, with a lot of good information. I urge you guys to go pick it up, but if you want to win it for free, this is your chance. As I mentioned, we have a new Instagram. Stacy, what is the Instagram? Is it
It's just, yep, at Autographers Anonymous. To get into this, all we need you to do is to make sure you're following us, like the post. I'll post a photo of the book again. I just posted a photo of the book not too long ago, but I'll put a new post on there of the book. Just make sure you're following us, like it, and comment on the post.
Yep, and that's all you have to do to be entered. If you don't want to search it on Instagram, I actually added it to our website too. So if you go to our website, autographersanonymous.com, or graphersaa.com, takes you the same place. You can go there and click the link. So that's another easy way to get to it. And he'll sign it for you and send it out to you. And that's all you got to do to enter. So go get on it. Topic 2 for today. Yes, 2 topics today. And we also have the case against nominations coming up after that. But topic 2 is death, taxes, and TTMs. So, Michael, you brought this one up. You want to go ahead and explain a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So anytime a celebrity passes away, it's going to happen. All of a sudden, eBay and social networks are flooded with postings for sale. And I'm very active on Facebook in a lot of different autograph forums. I'm a member of a bunch of them and a couple admins on a few, but somebody in one of the groups, and I'm not going to mention any names, just bring up the topic. When somebody passed away, it was Willie McCovey that was just recently passed away, Hall of Fame baseball player. Didn't sign a lot, TTM, so his autograph is kind of scarce. So when he passed away, one of the groups I'm in said no posting an autograph for X amount of days out of respect for the passing. So what I wanted to discuss was the moral issue of when somebody passes away. Is it okay to immediately post something if you have something for sale, or do you wait out of respect for that person? My personal thought is, if you have it, it's a hot item, feel free to post away, because they were waiting, 3 days out of respect. So I got in a back and forth with a collector, and he ended up blocking me, but saying, I said, do you feel better about yourself posting something for sale after 3 days compared to as soon as the person dies? I mean, what's the difference between 3 days and now? So there was a bunch of conversation about the morality of, is it okay? Yeah. When Vern Troyer died from Austin Powers, you have a certain amount of time to kind of take advantage. I don't want to say take advantage, but get your stuff out there before the market's flooded. But also as a collector, if breaking news, somebody passes away, you might be able to get something before the market jumps up too.
Absolutely. The window. I talk about a window a lot. You have usually, I would say 30-minute window to get premium dollar. It helps if your item's already listed, which a lot of my stuff is. And I do this all the time with books that I have, and and I'll sometimes raise the price if I can get in there before somebody grabs it. That's another thing I do. And it's not unethical, I don't think. People want the item because they're remembering the person. Like I feel like the people running that forum or whatever are just trying to keep flooding down or something. I don't know, because you can, but that's not. Why would they care? Why would they care if it was flooded and the prices got super cheap? Like, wouldn't that be a good thing?
I mean, it goes to supply and demand. The demand is dried up because the person has passed away. So, the demand goes up, the supply goes down. It's basic business. So, there's not going to be more autographs produced. So,
yeah. And if you're in the market for somebody that just passed away, this is a little tip for you. Wait a couple days, and that's usually when the market is flooded. So let's say I have somebody's autograph that passed away, and I don't get to listing it 2 days later. Well, I look what the cheapest autograph is, which is what a lot of people do, and then go under it. So you're going to find some cheap stuff at that price, and 2-3 days is around when people start forgetting. So you're not going to have as many buyers around that time. So it goes really fast from like the worst time to buy. The worst time to buy to the best time to buy, and the worst time to sell. The best time to sell to the worst time to sell.
It's
part of the ethics problems there. Yeah. It's not disrespectful.
I don't either. We're all gonna die. Yeah, it happens. It just happens. Yep. These people are famous. Yep. If you want to mourn, great. But if I have something I want to get rid of, I don't see a problem. Putting it online and getting top dollar for it.
And it is their group or whatever, and that's their right to have rules in their group like that. I don't think there's anything saying that they can't do that, but the idea of it is ridiculous, and I would be less interested in being a part of a group like that. I would want to be part of somebody that's more open.
And my thing was, I was trying to engage in conversation, and this goes back to my whole thing. Collectors are a-holes. I will always say that, because as a whole, if you're in person or TTM or on social networks, collectors, we're not friendly. If you're hounding somebody or whatever it is, but it goes back to that. These collectors that have something want to be like, I want top dollar, but I don't want you to have it.
Right. And I think it's humble. There's not a lot of humility and people being humble in the community either. It's always, I know more than you, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. And I think there's a lot of that attitude going around that doesn't help the reputation.
That's especially the case when we start getting into when we start going against the case against, because that's
right. But
that's where some of the most vicious stuff is.
And we don't say it's real or fake. We say probable. Use words like that, and if there's other evidence that we don't bring up, please show it to us. I think.
Yeah, so my whole opinion is I don't see anything unethical about it. I can see why people have the issue about trying to make a buck off somebody that just passed away, but I don't think they should be begrudging or talking down to people that do that. That's human nature. That's what people are going to do.
I would even say they can talk down to us like that. That's fine to me. I'll just block them, or they're just wasting their time. That's their right to have a different opinion. But, I'm not going to take their opinion seriously, because it has no merit. It's like, it's your feelings. Like people get their feelings hurt all the time, and people have to survive. And sometimes you got to do stuff that's not like, I think it's moral, but I don't think it's like something I would go out and tell everybody about that I did. It's not something you're prideful about. It's in that weird middle area that I don't know. All right. So that's a really contentious topic, I think, in the community. We're all kind of on the same side. So I'd like to hear from you guys if you have any opinions in chat or on Facebook, like I said, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, which we have now. We have a freaking Instagram. You go on there and let us know what you think. Hey, Stacy, post a picture on Instagram and ask people what they think. So let's go ahead and move on to the nominations for our next show on The Case Against. The Case Against is that's my favorite segment that we've started. It's basically a trial against people who are suspected to be secretarial. And there's a lot of candidates that are fun. And we have 10 written down here. Actually, we're going to throw Jeff Foxworthy. So we're going to say 11. And we're going to narrow it down in this discussion to 5. And once we get it down to 5, I'm going to post a poll on Facebook and Twitter. And we'll combine those results. And the winner will be, taken care of in the next episode in The Case Against. And we'll figure out.
Hey, look on the bright side. I can't post a poll on Instagram, so.
It's fine. We know Instagram has its limitations, Stacy. Stacy is our Instagram king. So let's go ahead and name off these people. First off, Jeff Foxworthy. We're throwing that one on there because that's a really good one to do. We're going to throw the last people that didn't make it last time. Sarah Palin obviously didn't make it last time. John Carpenter, Jenny McCarthy, Robert Redford, Richard Dreyfuss, Mary Lou Retton, Uma Thurman, Robin Williams, Tom Selleck, and Wayne Gretzky. So that's 11 people. I'd love to hear what chat has to say if you guys have any favorites. So right off the bat, is there anybody you guys want to eliminate? And I know some of these are like obvious, like Robin Williams, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Redford. Those are
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter, yeah. Those are pretty. Everybody agrees that they're secretarial, but I'd still like to look at them if you guys wanted to. That'd be a fun one, just to prove most likely secretarial. Is there anything you want? Do you want to scratch those off though, or do you want to do one that's contentious, or do you want to do one? You guys have any reason? I almost think off?
I think we try to keep at least one of those like obvious ones on there.
I like it. Okay, I like.
So
that.
We'll try to. I would say probably eliminate Foxworthy.
Yeah, I like Foxworthy. I'm not with that.
Okay.
I have a handwritten letter from Foxworthy, so I want to keep him on.
Okay.
I do too. We'll discuss it. I mean, he may not be the one, or may not make the final cut. We'll see.
There you go.
But okay, so out of Redford, Dreyfuss, and Robin Williams, which one do you? Robin Williams would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I would say Redford or Williams.
Let's do Williams. Redford and Dreyfuss are gone. Okay. Gretzky. There was auto pinning going on at one point. So
yeah, I don't think it's not. I don't think it's an auto pin issue now. But
yeah,
there's a lot of questions because I know a lot of people are getting them certified from PSA, but Beckett hasn't been certifying them. Because I know there's several people. Because I know
a hot one.
Yeah, because with Garrett with his, I know there's been PSAs. There's been several of them that come back authentic.
Here's what I'll do. I'll put a star next to the ones that we want to put on the list of people what they want to pick. So
I think
put
Gretzky
Robert Williams on there, and we'll put Gretzky on there because that seems like it's a hot contentious issue right now. Tom Selleck is also on here. I think he falls in line with the Redford. Don't you guys? And
yeah,
okay. So we'll scratch him off.
I think we have 2 votes for the the Foxworthy. Put him on the list.
Okay. All right. We'll do Foxworthy on the list. So that's 3. So who we have left? We need 2 more. We have John Carpenter, Jenny McCarthy, Mary Lou Retton, Uma Thurman.
I would vote for Uma Thurman because there was a lot of
Okay. We'll do Uma
there's a lot of
Thurman.
controversy
1,
about
2,
that.
3, 4. So we got 1 more. Mary Lou. Oh, we have Sarah Palin too. I didn't see her. John Carpenter and Jenny McCarthy. And Mary Lou would be fun. Jenny McCarthy, I feel like, is leaning toward obvious secretarial.
Obvious, yeah.
But
I would.
Let's throw Mary Lou on there.
Or what about Carpenter though? I mean, you guys really wanted to do him last time.
I'm okay with either. I'm okay with Retton or Carpenter.
Okay, let's do Retton then. Okay, so here's our list: Foxworthy, Mary Lou Retton, Uma Thurman, Robin Williams, and Gretzky. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, those are the people that are going to be on the list. You guys can go to our Facebook page and vote. We'll have the poll up for a week. That will give us a week to prep after you guys vote. We'll also put the poll up on Twitter, so you can vote on there also. And I don't think they can do polls, like I said, on Instagram, so that won't be a choice. But I wonder if I can do it on the website. I'll see if I can put one on the website too. I'll put polls everywhere, and I'll add them all up. So that's it. That's all we got. That's it. That's it, boys. No more topics.
That was relatively easy and painless.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of scattered. We had a lot of segments this time, and instead of having a big topic, we had a couple little ones. Let us know how you feel about that. I kind of liked it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and listening. Podcast numbers are looking great, jumping up in the last couple of weeks, and we appreciate you listening. So,
does anybody want to give out social media stuff? Anybody?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like I said, the Instagram page the Instagram feed is at Autographers Anonymous. I made a personal autograph related Instagram page for myself to separate from my actual regular Instagram. Is mostly movie related, so I moved all my autograph stuff over. It's just at that autograph dude. So if you want to follow me there, that's where you can.
Michael?
You can find me on most social networks under the Autograph Network still. I still put up some YouTube videos, so if you guys want to see the returns before tonight's show, I usually try and get up at least one video, but I try and post on the Facebook and Twitter feeds, the Autograph Network. You can find those, and I try and do those daily when stuff comes in.
And I am on eBay as the Savage Library, and I also have keychains with pieces of celebrity clothing called Fabric Fobs, and those are on Etsy. Check them out there. I think
just wait for his new line of fobs underwear.
Underwear line. Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna hear this like for the rest of the. Anyways,
go Lakers.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it. We're heading out. Thanks for listening. You take care, all of you autograph addicts.